Hey guys, thank you so much for buying the Autumn Preset Collection. I can't wait to see all the magic you make with your everyday photos and my presets. I thought I'd make a quick video for you just to kind of introduce you to the Autumn Presets. I made each one of these with a different recipe and a different type of image you might take in mind. So I thought I'd just walk you through them. I'm going to use photos that I shot of my family on my iPhone, so no fanciness around here. Is literally my iPhone photos and my presets on Lightroom Mobile. And I thought I'd just give you some examples of how I like to use them and kind of my intentions when I created them. So let's get started. Going to open Lightroom CC, and I just made a little album here for examples of ways I would use these. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first image that I am going to work on is this little one right here of my sweet niece Hayden, because our first preset is the apple cider preset. So I'm going to scroll over here to the presets. I've got my autumn collection open, and I'll go ahead and click apple cider. Apple cider is great because it really emphasizes all the warm reds in your image. So if you have anything that you really want to emphasize the red tones, like her pink jacket, this one is perfect for that. Now this one made it a touch too bright. Go back, apple cider, check. I am going to go back and adjust the exposure under the light panel just a touch to bring out that richness of her pink and red jacket. So there's the before, and there is the after. Okay, done. The next preset I'm going to do is cinnamon sugar. And actually, let's go over, cinnamon sugar is great. I literally was thinking about the cinnamon toast my dad used to make me when I was making this one. So it's got a lot of warm cinnamon tones, and it's in contrast with the sugar, which is the bright whites. So you're going to find some good contrast and warm tones when you're working with cinnamon sugar. Let's see, a really fun one to use here would be this one of the girls in the bathtub. Now obviously this wasn't taken in great lighting, and they're a little bit dark, but let's go ahead and apply the cinnamon sugar preset. You can see it already bumps out that contrast, makes it a bit warmer. And again, I'm going to go over here to the light panel and just pull up that exposure just a touch so I can see their faces a little bit better. So cinnamon sugar before and after. Now the very next one is the cozy sweater preset, and cozy sweater and cinnamon sugar are kind of like buddies because cozy sweater is a little bit cooler in tone than cinnamon sugar. So say I didn't really love the warmer tones in this particular image, well I can go over to cozy sweater and it's going to pull that yellowy tone out. And now I have still a nice pretty contrasty photo. I'm still going to bump the exposure just a touch right there. And cozy sweater does it for me. Cozy sweater is also great for environmental photos or photos of stuff. And you can use it kind of for any type of details that you might want the color to go away in, just to keep maybe your feed more consistent or something like that. So for instance, with this one's got a lot of green, a lot of bright colors, and cozy sweater is going to remove those and make everything a bit more crisp, which is nice. Speaking of crisp, the next preset I have for you is Crisp Air, and Crisp Air is super versatile. It's probably one of the most versatile of this whole pack. And I love Crisp Air because it retains the color to a certain extent, but it makes everything a little bit more cohesive. So this is just a random photo with some cooler tones, and once I push Crisp Air, you can still see the color, but it crisps everything up a bit, makes it just a touch warmer, which I love. Let's try Crisp Air on just one of these of the kids right here. So I shot this in front of my garage. We try to do this every Sunday, but it doesn't always happen. And Crisp Air, as you can see, is just going to make everything literally a bit more crisp and a little bit more colorful. So let's see the before of that one right there, and there's the after of Crisp Air. Okay, the next preset is called Harvest Ale, and Harvest Ale really has like an ale, a golden ale undertone. So it's going to really warm everything up. I love it on environmental photos where you want to keep just a really nice, warm, cohesive scene. But it's also a lot of fun for people as well. So let's go ahead and use like for example, this is just a tablescape. It's beautiful, but it was shot in the shade, so it's got a lot of cooler tones to it. So maybe to warm it up, I'm going to go pick Harvest Ale, and you can see how pretty and golden it makes everything when I do the before and after on that one. Now the next one is Maple Leaf, and Maple Leaf is kind of the opposite of Harvest Ale. It's going to really draw out all of those pretty green tones. So if you have something that you really want to retain those nice deep greens, Maple Leaf is going to be perfect for that. So for instance, there is Maple Leaf. It's going to pull those green tones out, make it really nice and rich. Let's find another one to use with Maple Leaf. Oh, this one's super fun. So for instance, I have these like mint green colors in the back right here. Once I put Maple Leaf on it, it's just going to enhance those and kind of make everything pop, which I really, really love. Any type of like environment or things like that, like for instance here there's a lot of green tones in the trees and in the grass, and so Maple Leaf is going to enhance that as well. You can kind of see the difference there. Pretty cool. Okay, the last preset is Pumpkin Spice, and it is exactly what you think it is. I was thinking about pumpkin patches in mind when I was creating this one, so it's going to kind of give everything a pretty golden autumn feel, but it's going to also retain those oranges. So if you have pumpkins in your photo, definitely try Pumpkin Spice first. Here's one that Sean took of me just at the grocery store, and it's obviously shot in the shade, so there's a lot of cooler tones going on here, but when I go over to the Pumpkin Spice preset, it's going to warm everything up and kind of give those orange tones some oomph and make it feel just a little bit more like fall. So hope that was very helpful to you guys. I would love to see your images edited with the Autumn Collection presets. So please hashtag Lissa Anglin presets when you post. I love seeing them and I love sharing them if you'll allow me to. Thank you so much again, and I can't wait to see what you do.